Hey guys, it's Alicia. Today I'm going to be doing a spiced peach crisp dump cake. I love doing these dump cakes. They're so easy, but they taste so good. So I thought I would take you along and show you how I do this one. I've done several others that I will link up above and down below if you want to check some of those out. I just recently did an apple one in the crock pot, and my husband requested that I do a peach one. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'll show you real quick what you're going to need to make this. First off, I've got 2 quarts of canned peaches here. I can my own peaches, and when I can them in a really light syrup. Unfortunately, they do still carry points, so keep that in mind. I've got these factored in the WW app as canned peaches packed in extra light syrup. So that's what you're going to want to use, is a canned peach in an extra light syrup. Or you can use fresh peaches, which would work great too, and then they would have no points. But I've got 2 quarts here of canned peaches. Next to that, I've got a sugar-free yellow cake mix. Now, I don't typically use the sugar-free cake mixes. I like to use just the regular ones. But to kind of offset the points that are in my canned peaches, I'm going to be using the sugar-free cake mix. Now, if you use fresh peaches, you could definitely get away with just using a regular cake mix, and it's not going to make the points any higher on this. Next up, I've got some Brummel and Brown. I'm going to be using a 1/2 cup of this, or 8 tablespoons, and this I'm going to be melting. And then here I've got a 1/2 cup of pecans chopped, and that measurement is after they're chopped, not before they're chopped. So 1/2 cup chopped. And then I'm going to be using a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. And then finally, back here, I've got some rolled oats. I'm going to be using a 1/2 cup of those, and that is everything. First thing I'm going to do is get my oven preheating to 350, and then I'm going to take my cans of peaches here, and I'm going to drain the juice off of them. And that's going to give me just about 32 ounces of peaches. So if you're wanting to use fresh, that kind of gives you an idea of how many ounces you're going to need. It's going to be just about 32 between the 2 of these drained. Now I'm going to take a 13 by 9 inch pan here, and I'm going to just dump my drained peaches right in here, and just going to spread those out evenly on the bottom of the pan. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. Get myself a medium-sized bowl. And I'm going to add in my cake mix. Chopped pecans, 1/2 cup rolled oats, teaspoon pumpkin pie spice, and my Brummel and Brown that I've melted. And then I'm going to just mix this all together until it forms a crumble. And that's how I want that to look. So now I'm going to take my peaches, and I'm gonna just pour this right on the top of them. All right, I'm gonna bake this in my preheated oven at 350 for about 45 to 50 minutes, or until those peaches start to get a little bubbly under there and this topping is just starting to brown up a little bit. I let this bake for just about 50 minutes, and it is looking done. So I pulled it. I'm gonna let it cool at least a little bit, and then I will cut out a serving. All right, I've got a serving of this, which is a 1/12 of the total over here. I went ahead and topped it with a little Ready Whip. I'm not factoring that into the points that I'm gonna give you here. Although that is probably about a point of Ready Whip. But the crisp or dump cake itself is going to be 8 points for a 1/12 on all 3 colors. And again, if you top it with anything like I did here, you're going to want to factor in points for that. So as you see it here, it's 9 points, but 8 for the dump cake itself. My hubby's gonna go ahead and taste it, tell you what he thinks. Are you gonna? Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna pan over to the dog here. While Jarrett proceeds to eat the entire, well, you left a little tiny bit there, I guess.
That is so good.
No, really? I never would have guessed that you liked that.
Mm-hmm.
You got, do you have thoughts?
It's good. Real good.
You kind of made that look like maybe it wasn't worth 8 points since it was gone in like 30 seconds. Actually, probably not even 30 seconds.
Oh no, it's totally worth 8 points. This is my favorite kind of dessert. I love peaches. And the peaches are really at the forefront. Like the last thing you did was the apple.
Apple one,
and
yeah.
The apple with the spices, it just tastes really appley. Mm-hmm. This has a really nice peach flavor, but then you get the cake mix and the nuts and everything. Mm-hmm. So it's really, to me it's more balanced. So you have the really nice peach with the other flavors. I may get fat on that.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to take that away from him. And don't mind our dog food stuff over here. Getting ready to make dog food.
For that thing.
For that thing right there. You're a pain, Rocky. Your dog food is a pain. Anyway, all right, well, I don't have to ask you if you think that's worth 8 points then, because you already said, I think.
Yes.
8 in 30 seconds. All right, guys, that is spiced peach, crisp, dump cake. Obviously, my husband likes it. I've had it before, and I think it's pretty good, too. It's probably my, I don't know, the triple berry one's pretty good, too.
I mean, I like the berry just
a tiny bit more.
It's hard to beat the mixed berries. But
The peach is probably a close second, though.
Yeah.
And I've done a pumpkin, and then, as I said, or he said, apple. I'll link the other ones I've done videos on up above and down below, so you can check those out too if you want. I just love these things because they're so easy, but they are so good, like I said in the beginning. All right, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, as always, for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.